just set me down. That's when we go to church. I want to hear it.
I was a woman who found myself in a domestic violent relationship. For years, I didn't have a voice. For years, I was only his wife and my son's mother. And he abused me every way you could think of. From sexual abuse to physical abuse, emotional abuse, and even spiritual abuse. He would say the things he was doing was from scripture. That a wife should obey her husband and not question the things that he was doing. At times I wanted to take my own life, but because of my son, I couldn't do that. And my husband, he was a soldier who had been deployed multiple times, and he came home broken. He had PTSD, but he couldn't speak out and say what was going on with him because he thought he was going to lose his job. And the military kept it under wraps, just gave him anger management or violent men's group, but never really addressed the problem. And because I was sworn to that loyalty, I kept silent. And I protected him at the risk of harming myself. So one day it all culminated to me fighting for my life and for my son's life. I'm here standing today as a survivor, and I do not at any moment think that what happened was okay. I'm here, my husband is not here, but my story, my testimony can help so many families know that they're not alone, that there are women and men that support you no matter what it is that you're going through. So I was incarcerated in 2013, and I did a plea deal because I didn't know how long I was going to be away from my 21-month-old son. And I could not stand the thought of being away from him for a moment. And I had such a beautiful judge who, as he retired in 2019, his last act was to let me go home free. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Because as I walked out those doors and I was embraced by family and friends, I thought about all the ladies that I was leaving behind. And some of them are here today. Amen. And it's a beautiful reunion to see you guys, to see your face, see you smiling, see you walking free. And I know the struggles of coming home and not knowing where to go left or right, not knowing who's standing behind you to support you. I had jobs where, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, just to see these beautiful faces, I'm sorry.
Don't you dare apologize.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
God is amazing.
Yes, yes. He's amazing. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be standing here. Every day that I was away from my child, I prayed that we would be reunited. I prayed that I would see my son smiling, and I prayed for his protection. And it was hard to find a job. It was hard to find resources. And one day, actually 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I had an interview for a great job with the #1 software company. And I interviewed and passed with flying colors in a way. They However, I couldn't start work because they were waiting on my background check. every day that went by, they said, hey, we're still waiting on your background check. And there was another job that came out of nowhere. But
God.
out of nowhere.
Yes, Lord.
And it was for an organization called Out for Justice, where I could be a case manager to help women and men like myself.
Yes.
And I can't tell you what in the world, what in the world happened, but God, that I had to turn down that job. I had to call them and say, I'm sorry, I can't come to work for you guys because I have a job that has my heart.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That I could never turn down because we don't have a pre-release center for women here. The law was passed in what, 2020? The Governor Hogan vetoed it and did not want the women to have a pre-release center. They went back to Congress and passed it again in April 2022 that women will have the funding to have a pre-release center. But there's only $2 million left for funding. And so that's why it's still important to advocate, to connect, to have our resources and everyone that's here today because our voices matter. Every time that we vote, it matters. And the powers that be don't want you to think that it matters. They want you to think that your vote or voice doesn't count, but it does. That all we have is each other, and we have to continue to support and uplift each other. So I'm standing here today as a walking testimony that you have to create your own lane. You have to believe in yourself. When doors close, trust me, there's another one that opens because all you have to do is stay true to yourself. Walk in your truth and your testimony and your light, and you will attract that light. You will attract that positivity back to you. And I'm so, so grateful to be here with you ladies. I'm so, so grateful to see your faces and know that I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader.